What's that? Oh, we're live. Oh, okay. Let's see. Got these squirrels burn. What? Got these squirrels running around in my yard. I saw a completely black squirrel the other day. I've never seen one of those in my entire life. Alright, let's see if this is going here. Oops. Alright, looks like that's working. Alright. How are we all doing here? Gonna take just a moment, make sure everything's working just exactly right. Okay. Good, good, good. Alright. Put that right about now. Oops. Alright. Looks like everything's working just exactly right. How we all doing here? We got Little Pete in the house, Odd Future Wolf. Yigit. That's gonna be a name I'll butcher till the end of time, but welcome, welcome. Got Chris, we got Greatest Comrade, Colin, Brody, Bill. X-Lander. I'd probably like to say Xander. Noose. We got Luke Nukem. What's happening? Matt. Bringer. Lots of peeps. Oh, the Richie. What's happening? AJ. James. Desync. Let's get to it, chaps. I like it. Lord Lelouch. Got James American Made and Gauzy's in the house. Egghead. What's happening? Just picked up a lightning, so a little gameplay would be appreciated. Well, we could probably do that. Just remind me. The lightning's one of the classics. Joe. What's my favorite ship? Oh, man. Tough to say. There's a lot to choose from. I've never actually really thought about it. I would probably say the Megami's probably my favorite. Last night I was shooting some of the new Pick a Premium footage. So, you got that ready to go. I'll probably put that out early next week. Seems like you guys like that segment. Cheetah, what's happening? Rob? Nope, it's Danish. Hey, what's up, Paul? Jake? My favorite Canadian, what's happening? Alright, what do we got going on here? Let's get that thing. I think I might be done with the bureau. Oh, no. 3 out of 5. So by the end of today, I think. We could technically do these to speed it along. Martel and Richie, that's not anything too painful. Yeah, then it's no more bureau until probably next update, which would be like 3 weeks, so I guess they're giving everyone a little breather or something. Just got the lightning too? Alright, well. Do I accept friend requests? I mean, I do. I'll go through like once a month and accept them, but it's batches of like hundreds of people. So feel free to send me a friend request. Eventually, I'll accept it. But I mean, where it's gonna go from there, I probably won't expect anything. Megami all the way. Top 5 premiums. Holy smokes. What do you do? Oh, yeah. Let's try the Lightning. I don't know if it's a great warm-up ship or not, but... You guys, you're talking about it. Kind of getting in the mood. Oh, we should probably... I think I got a boatload of members. Let me check what... Let's see. Speaking of, we got Dane, Flounder, Jamie, William, Paul, Chibuga, and Drew, all since the start of last stream, became new members. Much appreciated. Those members are kind of the driving force. I do have some upgrades that I'm working on, trying to, number one, plan and then procure to hopefully up the overall quality of the product I'm able to give you guys. That, of course, takes a lot of money, so memberships help me out quite a bit with that. So much appreciated. And also appreciated is everyone tuning in today. Thank you very much for doing that. Hope everyone's having a great day. It's the best Tier 6 Premium DD. That's a tough one. I always usually... I don't know, probably the Z39 to be honest with you now. But the Biscuit is an old favorite of mine. Let's get T-Bull to 20k subs. Ooh, I like the way this guy thinks. Are subs allowed to join? I mean, you guys can try. I think there's a delay on this one. I don't know. I don't really mind if you guys get in the games as long as you are respectful, hopefully, and turn it off if you're turn the stream off if you're on the other team. As to not make me extra crabby. Vanguard's your absolute favorite. You don't hear that too often, but I think the Vanguard's underrated. I mean, they've buffed it like 3-4 times now. Yeah, what do we got? Udachi, Lightning, Sir Bugs Bunny. In a division. Usually we got a double Amagi division too. Usually a double destroyer division, I think, is a disadvantage, especially if you get 2 destroyers on your team. Because it's a very high likelihood that both of those destroyers spawn in the same location. Which means the other 2/3 of the map have no spotting, have no cap pressure early on. So, I think playing on a destroyer is a great way to play the game. It helps you maintain your sanity. But, if you're in that division, I would not play double destroyer. And I wouldn't play fail platoon divisions like tier 6 and tier 7 put together. Be in the same weight class, same tier, and I would play complementary ships. Destroyer, cruiser, battleship, destroyer, battleship, cruiser. Double battleship's not the end of the world either, but usually they'll stack them together as well. Like, what do we have? We got a Gascon, Iowa. So I think they actually spread that one out. Yeah. Sometimes they'll spread them out, but a lot of times they don't. Alright, let's start paying attention here. So we're not on the cap with the intent to capture here. We got 1 ship spotted. That's 2 unaccounted for. We might have 1 that spawned back there, and it's possible they only spawned 2 on this side, but it's also very possible that those destroyers are right where we thought they would be. We're actually out spotting Bugs Bunny here. I'm gonna try and hold him spotted without, there he goes. So anyway, now we are almost certain that the other destroyer's here. It's possible he's spawned over here and is going up this gap, or there might be 2 of them in this water here. I should have probably just spread out, or switched to a normal, quote-unquote, widespread torp for that. Oh, we did hit the Odin once. That would have been much better spread for that little cloud there. Let's get that sonar going, because these guys, for some reason, they didn't even get on the cap. It's a little... briefly be spotted, but I can outpace this guy pretty quickly. That's probably his buddy. It could have been a cruiser. Just gonna take some shots at him until he does some damage. Okay, so they didn't actually stack that destroyer division together, which is not something you see very often. Do have Vine on this bad boy, so should have some dodgeability. And now that's, ooh, fuck, that's juicy. Gonna go ahead and pop that to disengage. I mean, you can be very liberal with your smoke usage with this thing. Fuck off, will ya? But if this guy's gonna sit in there, where there's a pretty decent chance he's gonna do that, then those torps are a problem for him. I can't remember what I got on Vine, but I definitely might have a Tago, which makes those torps extra hard to dodge. Let's see if we get anything. I mean, they're going to flip C back. We're not going to die just to hold on to that. You can see our quote-unquote support is en route to the moon. So we're actually going to abandon this flank and go to B now that I'm looking at the map here. They're going to have significant objective control based on our team's position. We're going to need some points coming in just so the game's not completely lost. So we're going to go ahead and get B, hopefully, and take it from there. I think this Lightning has HP advantage on us. We got a couple decent... We got 12,000. Well, no, probably about 10,000 that was on the Odin. So we probably only got about 2k on this guy. So I don't want to necessarily push into him again with our support ships being so far out of position. Now when you get a triple kamikaze division, well, Jesus, yeah, that's... Oh. Triple kamikaze division's a triple kamikaze division. Alright. You guys think Radiant Chad isn't dangerous? Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy if we can. I still want to get B, but if we can get this guy on fire safely, that would be worth it. This is a really good fire starter. As you can see there, it's probably the best fire starting destroyer 2.7, I believe. If not, it's definitely up there. Come on, baby. Use 1 damage con. Let's see if we can get the other one. I think a fire with just a little bit more damage would be fatal. Come on. Now that other destroyer is probably... Oh, I was going to say that other destroyer is probably thinking about us. Where did he go? He might be back here trying to... Oh yeah, he's back here trying to torp these guys. Of course. Why wouldn't he be? You got... Just in terms of target priority, these guys are so far out of position. They're not affecting the game. Like, that should be the low priority target for that. Let's go ahead. Oh, shit. What's this guy doing? Fuck. Getting really low on health here. This is going to be a problem. I think he's probably going to back out of those. What's up, Belbert? What are your thoughts on the Atlanta? I mean, it's a fun ship for sure. Hey, go! I think it's definitely more capable now. I actually filmed one of those games because I thought it was going to win the pick a premium vote. Just played like 1 or 2 games. Both of them were kind of barn burner type damage games. So I saved one of them at least, if not both. We'll probably take a look at that footage coming up too. So I think it's a capable ship. I mean, that American light cruiser line just got a major bump. Whoop. That's a problem. Where? I don't want to commit to using that smoke yet, even though it's probably the Smart thing to do. Alright. I mean, this thing, stopping and shooting when you got spotting is one of the main plays of the playbook, so you don't have to be bashful about using these smokes. It's very rare to use all your smokes in this thing, so the only reason I was hesitant there was I didn't want to get trapped. I don't know where this destroyer was, but it looked like he was spotting me when I shot, but not when I was not at my expanded detection range. I believe. I'm not 100% sure about that. But when you're in these smokes shooting like this, you gotta keep an eye on that timer, the 14 seconds in the middle of the screen there that's showing you how much the smokes. Because the UK smokes go away very quickly. Like, that's probably gonna be our last salvo there. And now we're kind of right in the middle of things, so this is gonna be a problem. We got a couple guys that could spot us. That plane could definitely spot us. We're doing alright in terms of ship count. The problem is conceding 2 bases, and like this destroyer over here, nothing's stopping him from getting A, but our team just is not focused on winning here, which is, if you can't tell, extremely frustrating. So, what do we do now? We already got smoke back. We might try and help this guy out, since this numbnuts is shooting in the open. See if those torps get the Edinburgh or not.
Smoke screen set.
Let's have a decent chance. Oh yeah. It's not usually that easy to hit cruisers with torpedoes. I think we do have probably, here's another Hegon for you. We probably do have the Otago commander on this build, which reduces the detection of the torps by about a second, which is a major issue. Oh, fuck. Well, look at my team's positioning on the map. Alright, they got that. We're gonna go on A just to make sure this actually happens. This guy looks like he's probably going back to capture it, but we don't want to trust these guys. This team looks a little dicey, just based on what's been going on. Alright. So, this game did not look that strong early on. They still have a... I guess that other destroyer is way over there. I don't know where that destroyer spawned. He probably went back there to help that other dude. Or is that the same dude that... No, we got the lightning. So I think that Yudachi went back there to help his buddy torp those battleships that have been sitting in the back doing nothing the entire game. Would using Hellsinger's inspiration help with the British smoke? It's an interesting proposition. I've never actually tested that guy as an inspiration out. If you're gonna use it on anything, I would think the British cruisers would be ideal because they don't really have a lot of room to dance back and forth, and moving around in the smoke is important when you're in those clouds. Number one, you can get blind fire. Number two, torpedoes. You want to have some momentum, if possible. But the British cruiser smoke is so small that maybe that would be an effective inspiration on that. I'm just fine. I mean, we're tied in ships, so we don't want to be too wild. Alright, we got the fire in the Amagi. What we don't want is to allow a Megami to rush us. Looks like the fire is stuck. Oh, nope, he put it out. Nope, he didn't. Oh yeah, I did. Alright. So, this guy's already shown me he's a little prone to getting himself spotted, just when he was fighting that Yamato with the open water. Oh, he just If we can just tie this guy up, that's fine. It'd be really nice if that Z-23 could finish this guy off. But this guy, we can assume he's probably going to try and flip this cap. So I'm going to put that down like that. Because he's probably just going to turn right into that lane and come over here. All we're going to do is try and slow that process down. I guess we have to kill him now that I'm looking at the score. The team and their refusal to play the objectives pretty much sealed the deal with this one. And he didn't end up turning in as steep as I was hoping. So that's kind of the risk with these. That wasn't blind fire torps because we saw where he was, but we were making an assumption that he was going to do a move. The predictive torps, I guess, would be the way you would want to describe him. Could be a little risky, but quick reloading torps on the lightning here, so we'll get him back any second now. Actually, might want to get off the cap before he gets on, if possible, just so he's wondering where I went. I don't know if I have room to get off or not, but nice fucking job, dude. Alright, so now he's kind of in the dark. Thinking, alright, what happened to this dude? Shit. Well, that's a loss. I think we did alright for ourselves, though. Hey, Salty, what's happening? Alright, so I'm getting mad at that Z-23. I mean, this game's over. I'm not even looking at the screen. Just not playing the caps from the get-go will cost you a lot of games, so I really don't like it when my team plays that way, but maybe I should have gotten on B a little bit quicker. Anyway, Lightning, very strong. Those of you that have just recently unlocked it should appreciate the ship. Jerome, what's happening? Hey, Spartan. Xbox Live is down. Interesting. That sucks. We got 3 base captures there. We got 3 kills. I mean, 2,000 points on a losing team. That's a pretty damn good game in terms of score. North of 3,000. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, you can't play behind, you know, 3-4 squares behind the objectives in domination and expect to win more than maybe a quarter of the game. So if that's your strategy, just adjust it would be my advice. You're a cruiser main. Do I have the Charles Martel? Yeah, we could bust that one out. That's one of my daily mission for the Bureau. Even though I think I'm gonna finish the Bureau today either way, but we could speed it along. You can see Rue is still 12.1. He's been at the top of my list to upgrade for about 2 months now, but we keep getting new nations and other things. When do we think the next set of Bureau projects would be? I mean, I would be extremely surprised if we don't get at least 2 or 3 new ones next update. I know I'm not the only one that doesn't have Bureau going right now. I got maybe 24 hours, maybe 30 hours left of mine, and some of you guys have been telling me you've been done. Am I getting PS5? I probably will. I don't know if I will right out of the gate. I mean, I'll have to see what comes out for it, but the only games I'm really personally hyped up for are like Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, so I'm just kind of playing this in the meantime. So, I mean, if there's a dramatic demand, or if there's a dramatic improvement in this, maybe, but I'm spending a bunch of money on a new place or a computer right now to give me some enhanced capabilities, so that's kind of what I'm focusing on. Hey, Jayski, what's happening? Any thoughts on the damage record for Atlanta? I mean, whatever it was a month ago, it's gonna, like, double. I don't know, I played 2 games and I had, like, I think one of them was 130, one of them was 140k, I can't remember the exact numbers, but big damage. It wasn't like I had to play 4 or 5 games to get them, you know, just... Let's see. We're just playing a little risky here just to get the blood flowing early this morning. There we go. Just to get the old blood pumping. Yeah, Martel to me is just, I play it similar to the how I play the Japanese cruisers, kind of usually open water kiting type. Those type of ships I do prefer the commanders with ingenious, both for the improved turret traverse, because we're going to be doing a lot of dodging, and the incoming targeted indicator is very helpful as well when you're playing ships that can blow up in one shot. Even though the pros in my comments section don't need it, but I think it's helpful for everyone. Look out! See if this guy likes it. Alright, so we got one destroyer, it's unspotted. I'm guessing it's probably... So, there he is. Oh, Udachi. Come on. Come on. Looking at that white triangle, if you don't know what that means, that's when the computer is telling you where your aim is going to be blocked. It's essentially lining up the shot from the middle of your ship to that and saying on that line the shot would hit an island. Used to talk about that a fair amount when the game was brand new, but I realize I should probably bring it up once in a while for you guys that are just starting. Alright, so he's being a little sneak. This battleship pushing into the Udachi, that's bold. Not saying it's necessarily a bad play, I can't tell exactly what's going on over there, but sometimes you gotta do it. He might be looking at the map saying nobody's supporting. He might be yelling at me like I yell at my teammates saying, "What the fuck, cruiser, get over here." We would like to get that Udachi out of here, though, if possible. So I'm going to try something a little risky here. Marks of Excellence would be nice. Yeah, I agree. That'd be really cool. That's for those of you that didn't play World of Tanks. It was basically if you played, you know, it had like a rolling stats average for your ship, basically. I think it was damage, if I recall. It's been a while since I played that game, but... fuck. I was hoping I was going to spot him. Anyway, if you maintained a really, really high percentage performance for a little while, pushing into this guy I was going to hope was going to work, but we can't. We didn't spot him, and I can't push into the Odin, so... Anyway, if you hit that average, then you would get these little stars on your barrel, or each nation had their own unique look to it. Yeah, it was a lot of risk there, not a lot of payout. Let's see if we die or not. Luckily this guy's not looking at us. Put those there, yeah, the indicator says he's going to miss, but he could turn in if he wants to disengage from these guys, or he could slow down. So torpedoes, I see people taking way too long to aim them. Like, as we saw in that last game when I was playing the Lightning, lined up a couple salvos, 0.3 seconds after we pulled the trigger, they changed position or speed or something. So I'm not saying don't try and do a good job aiming, but don't over commit to the aim. Alright, we're fucked now. Luckily that guy had HE. So for a damage rudder like that, steering gears, you can see if it locks you in place and you're at a good angle on these ships, then you don't have to fix it. If it locks you in a spin though, like we were on that, eventually it's going to spin you broadside, which will be fatal. The Martel broadside of those ships cannot survive, so you have to fix it if you can, if you have the damage control. Holy smokes. I mean, we won the south very readily here, so even though this north side looks like we're getting steamrolled, we're actually doing pretty good. Now this thing, haven't played the Atago a couple times last night, and I put on a speed build on that one. That one gets to like 39.5 if you spec for it. Probably about 40 if you got like a super high Von Mueller. This ship gets rolling pretty quickly, but only when the speed boost is gone. I mean, it's not slow without it, but we're talking kind of low to mid 30s. Which I always thought was a little strange with these French cruisers. Like, everything about the builds and kind of how the game wants you to think about them suggests that they're really speedy, but they're not necessarily as fast as you might be led to believe. Alright, this is turning into a bit of a problem here. I don't know why our destroyer got off D. It was fucking capping D, and then it got off to torp these fucking guys. And he's not even challenging B. This destroyer is like in the process of throwing the fucking game. Of course he's a Udachi. Oh my god. It's too early for this. Capture the bases. It's inexcusable. I don't understand why people don't understand. We just saw it last game where basically had no chance. So now I'm going to try and be in a spot where I can support him on B. This Odin's... These guys could potentially kill him. God damn it. Whew. I can't do it. I want to get closer to B, but these battleships are zoning me out of there. So we're not going to kill ourselves just to do what we think we should do. I mean, looks like the battleship on D should be smart enough to get on there and flip that one. Udachi is contestant B, so... I don't know why... God damn it. I don't know why he was on fucking D and got off of that shit. Fucking dev struck there. Doesn't happen every day, but it happens. 41.8 without Fraser and with booster. What do you mean with booster? Oh. What are you talking about? There's no booster. I mean, there's Von Mueller is cruiser-specific speed boost, and then Fraser's ship-specific. So if you have the choice between the two, Von Mueller would be the first choice. If you want a double speed boost build, then you could put Fraser and Von Mueller on there. This is pretty interesting. I mean, I got really sloppy at the end and died, so if we do lose, it's probably going to come down to me throwing, but if they can kill us Udachi right now, I think that should be game over. Because look at how far out of position. Oh my god. Look how far out of position. Nice shot. The crew to the north is. Well, now they got to kill at least one or flip another cap or stop a cap for 20 seconds. Whatever it is. So, I don't think we can win this. Vlad, Odin, and... Or Wichita, Odin, and Magi. Well, I mean, look at this battleship positioning here. This is actually pretty good, because now they're angling... They're actually not even angling towards the Odin, but... Let's say the Odin's visible. They're shooting at him, so they're kind of angling towards him. If this guy would get some giddy up in his step, he'll have crossfires into these guys. He can take the Odin out for the kill. They're doing a good job shooting the low ship. You see a lot of dumb fucks that would be shooting the higher HP ship for some reason. The problem is this Odin needs to spot. Actually, you have an interesting game here. Bismarck. Yeah, we could maybe do that. Play California. Oh, the flag booster. I got you. I got what you're saying. He gone, more like I'm gone, yeah. What's up, Denzel? We got Jacob. What's going on? I'm getting salty. Yeah, wow. Try not to, but you can see here, I mean, now that we're on the cap, that point lead will flip pretty quickly. But we have a one-ship lead. We have 2 battleships. They have 2 battleships. We have a cruiser, so we should be up in points, but of course we let them get the early cap advantage. Other Charles coming in hot, just logged in. Oh. Could use some tips with taking out turrets. Do I aim for the front, sides, or barbettes below them? Well, that's a good... Werewolves of London. What happened? Oh, they got one. Nice. And they're on both caps, so this should be loss-proof at this point. We can lose one of these battleships. I mean, loss-proof is bold. The barbettes is an option, which I wish I could zoom more into these ships, but yeah, I call them the stems that sink directly or descend directly below the turrets. You can hit those if you've got a side shot. That's usually more profitable in terms of taking out the turrets. Usually hitting them straight in the front plate. That's why if we're playing, especially like vertically armored turrets like the French and the Russian battleships, the front of it is very vertical. It's not like cut diagonally into the turret. Nice torp there. This guy doesn't need to rush him though. I mean, I don't necessarily mind him because these guys should kick the shit out of him, but they don't have to. But yeah, generally shooting the fronts, or if you have a side shot of the ship, then below the actual turret into the hull, where kind of the stem, or what I believe you naval historians would call the barbette, is located. Yeah, good question. I can try and point that out here once the situation arises. The Vlad's, I mean, if he's doesn't have that Amagi, he's doing a good job angling, but now this is the beauty of the crossfire. Usually you'll see these 2 battleships basically tethered together. They'll actually extend a rope from ship to ship and just have one pulling the other. It saves on fuel, but it really is a bad strategy. Those guys spaced out. That guy could angle towards the Odin. He should have been angled towards the Amagi, more dangerous guns, but it didn't really matter because at that range, both of those ships were going to wreck his day. So very good job spacing there. Actually, a really good performance by that team. We kind of got carried a little bit from that potential throw. Actually, scored a little bit lower than I was expecting, but wasn't that good of a game. All right, well, good job to those guys. That's pretty solid scores. Those are the teams that you like to have. Chasing damage. I mean, like I don't really mind it in that situation because they had crossfire set up and they were going to have a hard time throwing that. Those guys seem like they were doing a pretty good job. Let's see if we can zoom in on one of these ships so I can describe what we're talking about a little bit better. How do you do that? Oh, yeah. Alright, so basically where he's asking about aiming, I mean, you can see how the turret, the part that moves, the big flat pancake looking thing, is on top of that little round piece below it. Kind of that cylinder, I guess it's called a barbette. However far into the ship that physically extends, if you hit that and knock it out, you can reduce the turret's HP that way. These are also flat, kind of vertical front turrets. As I was trying to describe, you can see there's no real angling towards them. So if these ones are pointing at you, you can just shoot directly into that flat front and knock them out that way. That's usually the easiest way. Kind of the Jean Bart and the Vlad has a similar turret setup. Those are kind of notorious for getting knocked out. You can see these ones are very flat front-faced as well. Compare that to probably, well, Yamato. Well, let's check this, see what these ones look like. Yeah, you can see the faces of these turrets. Now we got like a 45-degree cut in the front of those. And so when those shells are hitting those turrets, they're encountering enhanced armor by the fact that that's got a 45-degree angle inherently built into it. Now, technically, longer range shots that are dropping in from this angle are encountering flat front pieces, so maybe at range, those are a little bit easier to take out. But once you get in these close range brawling situations, not saying to not shoot at them, because you can still knock them out, but it's harder to do. It's a little bit better armor scheme in terms of turrets. What's up, AC? How you doing? What about commanders? Commanders for... Oh. I think it was... I don't recall anymore. It's basically a mix of the ones that have been going on the entire way. Like, I had Von Mueller leveled up to 14 just so I could have one commander, and then there was, like, Von Spee and Luchins, I think, are, like, the three main ones. So I can't remember the exact mix. But I think it was them, and then it was either JoJo or maybe one of these. I can't remember who it was, but commanders, if you have one for your bureau project, I think that's satisfactory. Von Spee, Luchins, Cunningham. Yeah, that could be. Angled front. It's a similar idea. Alright, what do you guys want? Let's see. I got these ladies. I put this big bag of packing peanuts on Craigslist. Don't ask me why I have them, but it's this giant, like, 4-foot tall bag. I put it on Craigslist, and then I had like 10 gals all email me within the next 2 minutes. And I'm like, I'll put them outside if you want to come pick them up. Finally, the first one's like, alright, what's the address? Craigslist, you can put whatever you want on there and people will grab it from you in like 2 seconds. Let me just give me 1 sec here. Alright. It's like you could have any trash, just put it on Craigslist and someone will grab it. Smith? Holy God. Roma. Ooh, that sounds fun, but I don't actually have Roma at the moment. You're back on Xbox Live? Alright, take it easy, bud. Legendaries, yeah, Legendary is essentially a blend of tier 9 and 10, so someone asked Phil, I can't remember if it was on the community contributor Discord or something else, but I saw him respond saying it's mostly going to be tier 10s with a couple of tier 9s mixed in here and there. My thoughts are any premium tier 9, tech tree, and premium tier 10 will end up being in the Legendary tier. The more the merrier from their perspective. What's up, Zinedine? One of your friends used it to buy women? Okay, well, I suppose you could do that too. Just got some Robin. Working on your bottle. That's probably my favorite out of all three. Why don't we flare that bad boy up since we got it sitting on there? Of the three legendaries we started with, I think that's probably my favorite. I like them all in their own regard. I still think legendary tier... It's like tier 7 was a month into this game. Like, not a lot of people still had them, and when you did, it was like Baltimore, Iowa. Barely ever saw any Magis. Once in a while you'd see some of those. I saw a couple of Magamis, I remember. Vanguard was great when you saw it because it was by far the worst ship. The whole thing was a Citadel. Jay coming in hot here. Put Italian cruisers on Craigslist. Oh shit. You think I should improve the Italian pronunciation? I actually did alter one of them. The I called it Montecuccoli, and then one of you guys said Montecuccoli. I actually like how the Italians sound, so I'm not necessarily butchering those on purpose. I thought Italian was just straight up Spanish, which I could handle, but apparently not. Someone corrected my Giulio. I liked how this sounds too. It says, just in case you're wondering, it's pronounced Julio Cesare, which I like the sound of that too, so... Even though I'll probably forget how to say that 10 seconds from now. Julio Cesare. Sounds pretty dope. I mean, a lot of the ship names I just butcher on purpose just to get a rise out of you guys, because especially the people from the country affected by the mispronunciation, just... Which I don't know if that just makes me sadistic or what. That's not what we're not here for language lessons. And the idea that I have to know, like, be fluent in like 7 or 8 languages just to play this game. A little daunting. That's something I could probably handle. They do need more tiers, as they're so much better in tier 7s. I mean, I'm fine with how they're doing it. If they wanted Dajanufka. Basically what we're losing out is one of those really low tier ships, which I could give a shit about anyways. Oh, you bastard. Oh, 20k, that's not too bad. But if they wanted to add one more, if they wanted to have like tier 8 and then legendary tier would all be tier 10s, I would have been fine with that too. They're really trying to keep the matchmaking tight in this game. That's one of their main considerations. I don't even think we have to wait for this guy to turn, do we? Can this guy angle against us or not? Let's find out. There's some turret shots right there. No, that was a pretty decent angle. He flattened out a little bit, so it wasn't a great science experiment. Yeah, where those shells landed kind of into those turrets, we could have knocked them out. This guy just doesn't give a fuck about anything. There's a plane shot for those of you that I rile up without using the plane. Oh! Wow! Yeah, the Jean Bart's reign of terror is over. Ooh. Look at this ball of mass we got on our team. Holy shit. Everyone's within... It's like 1.5 circles if you discount that destroyer. Or 1.5 squares on the map. This is some pretty... It's pretty classic positioning. I'm sure they all had their little 3% reload boost from their legendary perks activated. See if we can get rid of him while he's spotted there, hopefully. Come on, baby. Nice. Someone's got to dislodge the glue holding this ball together. Mother-in-law's half destroyer, half Atlanta. Ooh. It's a spicy combo. Might have been a smidge low. Let's see. Is this back here? Baltimore? Oh, Alaska, I bet. We don't want the Alaska poking us in the side. Holy shit, guys. They're working on it. Shoot them. There you go. What the fuck? Use your radars. Alright. There you go. Legendary perk rework needs a rework, yeah. I basically told him that straight up. That was my feedback, and I don't think that feedback's gonna go anywhere, but I'd agree with you. I just don't understand it. There's no added benefit in my mind. Like, I mean, the perks are great, but the one I was interested in was the running with scissors, which I thought you could use if you got close to the enemy for like a 20% damage boost or 50% or whatever it was. I was like, alright, finally we can use that one. So I put that on my Nelson, and then I played with it like on stream last time, I think, and you guys were like... Or wait, no, I had it backwards. I thought it was if you were close enough to your team, you'd get that damage boost, and I figured you'll just randomly be close to your team from time to time, so it could be worthwhile. But you guys pointed out that you had to be close to the enemy, and the British battleships were not trying to ram right up the enemy's tailpipe. So that's why I asked him. I'm like, can I get a refund on my Nelson? Because I basically ruined it. I'm like, you guys should ditch this legendary thing anyways. But it's not gonna happen. Spiel de Bismarck Beta. What does that mean? Avoid the Bismarck at all costs? I think that's what you're trying to say. Alright, well, if you don't want me to play the Bismarck, I don't have to. Okay, well, shit, I thought I was going full speed. I'm like, this thing is really going slow. Holy fuck, guys, move. I would pull right into C. I'm just a little worried. Oh, there he is right there. Come on, shoot this fucking thing. Let's go. If we can get rid of him, then we're not afraid of anything. Like, the one cruiser they have is the Baltimore. God damn it. That sucks that I missed that. That would have changed the whole game. Oh my god, he got away too. Now we could have basically just rammed this thing right up their grill. My god, guys. This is so pathetic. Everyone on the enemy that they can shoot is perfectly angled at them. They're just going to sit here scoring 1,000 damage for the next 7.5 minutes as this game slowly slips away. Use your fucking drive. Put it in gear. Oh, now they're losing ships too. These teams that play like this are just so fucking frustrating. Can't even fucking hit him. Ideally, that Fantask would pop right here and I could blow him up. Because I can flank these guys and just wreak havoc on their team. There he is! Oh shit, no, it's the Baltimore. Alright, try and kill him if we can. Lucky fuck. There he is. God damn it. What's our secondary range? I should probably use the spotter as a torp spotter right here, but... There they are. I don't think it's possible to really dodge them all anyways, so... Oof. Alright. These fucking guys... All of them dropped anchor, and the anchors are all stuck in the bottom of the sea. They cannot get dislodged. Drive fucking forward. How hard is it? They're all broadside. Look at these cruisers. They're all broadside. Come on, you son of a bitch. Doesn't fucking lock again. That happened last time in that video. Alright. That just pisses me off. Subs are coming after that. Carriers might bring some artillery players from World of Tanks, yeah. It looks a little more engaging than that. I want to see what the fuck these guys are so busy doing. That you can't fucking move from your spawn the entire goddamn game? He's shooting HE. Alright. Get out of here. There's just games you've already lost by the time your team loads in. There's nothing you can do. Let's play something a little less frustrating. Let's try Amagi-san. Players may carry or kill divisions using destroyers with good AA. I mean, to me it looks like if the carrier wants to kill the destroyer, there's nothing you can really do. I haven't done a lot of research on carriers yet, but like the good carrier players I saw were basically straight up killing the destroyers at the start of every match and then just bombing on everyone. Not a fantastic. Salt is heavy. Those are the kind of games that make me just say, why the fuck do I play this stupid piece of shit? It's not even remotely fun. NASA with secondaries. We could try that. You just have to remind me. I need intelligence data. Well, this guy's just straight up needed intelligence. Whatever, on to the next. Alright, so we got tier 7s. Just one cruiser. Not the best matchmaking, but it's alright. Destroyers usually die at the start of every match anyways. Well, yeah, that's a good point. We're not really losing out on much. Okay, so this guy's got better ideas than playing the side of the map he spawned on. Let's keep an eye on Odin here. Oh, yeah, that's a good play. That's a solid fucking play right there. There's nothing we can do to that angle. I can't even find our other destroyer. Where is he? What in the fuck is this guy? Oh my god. 2 minutes in, the guy picks up the controller. Are we salty yet? Yeah, I'm getting really ticked off. You guys are always telling me these Europeans that play in the middle of the week are awesome. I'm not seeing it so far today. Yeah. I want to turn away here. I'm pretty sure we got destroyers, but I'm gonna have to absorb that first blow. Holy shit. Eat 5 TIE pods for 10 negative 10% gun damage or dispersion. Might be a worthwhile investment at this point in time. Thank you, Jay. There we waited till he was completed his turn, like halfway through. I was gonna explain that on my last video and I ended up accidentally forgetting that, but when that destroyer, he was going one way, right? Let's say he was going left to right, and then he turned to go from right to left. And once he hits that halfway point, then he's kind of committed to that angle, and that's when you can hit him with those juicy shots. They got a destroyer division over here? Yeah, looks like a Fubuki Benson. Fubuki Benson. Okay. So anyway, if you can wait till they get past that point of no return. That's when I'll have the most success. Thank you very much, Jay. Let me improve my delivery. Eat 5 Tide Pods for negative 10% main gun dispersion. Alright. Now Hipper, he can actually, as long as he's safe behind that island, most destroyers are going to be smart enough not to mess with him. The problem is if he's just sitting there, he could get into trouble. Now he's kind of forced to move a little bit to dodge. Alright. Which could pull him forward, taking crossfire shots, which is looks like that's what's happening. So I'd be a little, I mean, he's already dead, but word to the wise, I'd be a little more careful. Man. Come on, baby. Oofda! Kung Fu Kakani, baby. Peter North here. Alright. We're getting decent damage over here. The problem is they're kind of bullying our flank, but... Oh. Might not be that bad. It looks like we're taking control in the north, so we're kind of in a delay, kiting, defensive strategy here. The problem is this destroyer is going to be up our tailpipe here in a second. Fubuki. Fail platoon. And tier 7, yes, but he can still cause some issues. So we're going to continue to move away from him. Like right there, that's, assuming he stops, that was a good shot aiming for those turrets. We didn't get any hits there, but if you hit that stem, getting back to what we were talking about earlier, could have potentially knocked out 1 or 2 of those guns. You gotta analyze, like, we got 1 battleship, 2 battleship, 3 battleship, and then ourselves. So this, oh, there he is. That Fubuki's gonna have a field day. But right now, all we can do is protect ourselves and just keep moving away from him. This guy's going right at him without even seemingly realizing he's there. Could be an issue for him. Yeah, we got control of the 3 caps. We don't need to do anything wild. Look at this guy. How close can I get to him broadside? is the game he plays. The answer is not that close. If you're wondering at home. If you're playing along at home, not that close. Well, they are flipping B, and we are down on score, so we can't be too willy-nilly here. Oh. But again, we have no counter to the Fubuki over here. I'm not going to push into him while we're under sustained fire with these other battleships. We got 3 battleships supporting him. So, not being completely window lickers. We're just going to leave that situation. Cure for bad teams, vodka and Vicodin. Yep. That's about it. Thanks, Bugs. Yeah, there's it's just, it comes down to a state of mind, you know. Once you can, the more you can laugh at your team, even make fun of them. Some people get mad at me if I make fun of my Yudachi teammates or my Jean Bart teammates, but that's just the only way you can keep yourself sane in these trying times. Is to just laugh at these Goombas. That's a little unfortunate. We're going to lose this one. I thought we had pretty good control there, but that flank just completely shit the bed. This guy's, he's still working out what to do. I think he's, if he wants to go play B, I think that's a good play. Alright, they're still just in the process of getting C, which is kind of interesting. Why? Bayern! How many fucking tier 5s are in this game? I was gonna say it's not a good trade if he's got full health, but get your tier 5 hunk of junk, maybe. Alright, fuck the Odin. We're gonna take him down right now. He's not expecting this, so he's kind of... Oh, he is angled now. Alright. I was gonna say, he's probably not expecting us to shoot at him, so we're gonna swing and hit him with a kill shot, but not meant to be. Give me some juice.
Nice work.
God damn. Really nothing we can do. We gotta take Salvo to get out of this situation. There's the fucking destroyer popping up. Let's see if this dude... Where is he? Dude! Even Are you fucking kidding me with that shit? What was that? I mean, this guy should just be bullying the Fubuki. That's causing a lot of problems for our team. Having a destroyer disadvantage. We're dead now, so it doesn't really matter, but... See if we can get rid of him at least before we go down. Nope. Oh! Making fun of Yudachi's kind of easy target, but deserves it. I mean, the thing about the campaign reward ships, the proportion of new players that are playing them is much higher than a standard tier 7 ship. And it's not their fault that Wargaming gave them the opportunity to play that, so we can't blame the player for playing the Yudachi or the Jean Bart or whatever, and we can't even blame them for being new players trying to learn the game. But the problem is, it's just frustrating when you have 3 Yudachis on your team and they have a Lightning, a Fletcher, and a Kagero. Usually that game's dead on arrival. It is what it is. It's just part of the challenge of this game. Like, some people advocate getting
equal teams in terms of like 3 destroyers, 3 cruisers, 3 battleships every single game. I'm extremely against that. Number one, it'd slow the matchmaking down, which is why the developers would never do it, hopefully. But from my perspective, it would kill gameplay variety and basically make it a very set play every game where your flank, you got to kill the destroyer. Once you do that, you kill the cruiser, then the battleship. Then you proceed to move forward 3 squares, crossfire B, and you know every single game would have a set checklist that you could put online and follow to a T and have pretty good success. So I don't like that at all. Sometimes having shitty teammates on your team is just what you got. Sometimes you get really good teammates on your team that'll carry you. That's just how it works. But I'm not into doing anything that would cookie cutterize the game. What do you guys want to see? We got some Naval requests, I remember. Play a walkie, chill out, refocus. Alright. We'll do that, and then I'll try and remember to do the Naval. Do we do Founders? Yeah, let's do the Founders. Let's see if these gals are coming for their peanuts yet. Yeah, I hear you, Cal. I am kind of doing it to myself by not playing with divisions. It's just part of... Once I get my new stream set up and running, I'm going to take the time to learn how to do chat audio through my streaming software. And that'll improve it. Then we can do much more divisions, because divisions are good for the soul. Number one, it's fun to play with other people, but number two, you're effectively removing a potato from your team, assuming you're playing with someone who knows what they're doing. Walkie's a good choice. Yeah, this one, I mean, it's... You can get one shot in this very easily, keep that in mind, but assuming that doesn't happen, you can also do 5 times your HP fairly, I don't want to say easily, but this is kind of the ship to do it. If someone's like, I'll give you $1,000 if you do 5 times your ship's HP in a cruiser, Milwaukee's probably a pretty good bet. What was that Wicked Skull skin? That's the, I can't remember what it's called. It's like some Egyptian shit they put on the, what is that ship? The Charlemagne. It was like the Charlemagne came out during Halloween last year, and then they had the special skin for it, which was like this Egyptian motif. It's got like, I think it has like the Washington Monument on it. It's probably some, God knows what they're, what the intent is with it, but it's one of those skins where like purists like Tactic would just shit their pants. And then people like me who don't give a fuck kind of, I think it's kind of funny. Let's see, let's start shooting, I guess. Like to get some torps going if possible, but the one thing about the Milwaukee and the torpedoes, the angles are really dog shit, so you don't want to create problems for yourself just by getting those down. This guy's got an Arkansas. Now it's not an Arkansas FE, which is kind of the Seal Clubber's pirate ship. Oh, he's shooting black. Yeah, this should be a pretty good player. Nice blind fire. Anytime, my point is, if you see an Arkansas, be wary of it. Try and kill it. It's usually someone who's into beating the shit out of new players on a professional level. But if you can get rid of them, it's usually a good score for your team. Now we're not going to shoot the Orion because we got torps inbound on him. The less panicked he is about what's going on to him, what's happening to him, the less likely he is to change course. The more likely those torpedoes are to hit him. Let's see, we got 17 seconds. I really want this guy to come forward for one savage blow. Wow, these fucking guys. Arkansas, I think we got a little duel going here. baby. Yeah, it's unfortunate. He stopped. I mean, good thing for him, but... Oh, this guy's getting crossfire torped. Unfortunately, though, I think that first set of torps turned him, but we will get him with one flood. Borask! Alright, and away we go. Since we're not in the mood to get shot here, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. I wish I knew my detection. We should probably stop shooting. So he's turning out of those, but if we could get rid of that ship, that would be ideal. Now this and the Yubari both have aiming systems mod 0, which make them among the most accurate ships, at least in terms of setup. Potentially pick those little corner shots. Like I'm trying to get this guy in the flat part of the nose that comes out. So we'd actually get a pretty good pen there and potentially citadels. Nah. A little too hard. There you go. Jake coming in hot. Give me them peanuts. One of these women's is coming to get these peanuts today. Alright, so the Orion went down. Thank you, Jay, appreciate that. Yeah, we're just shy of 3 times our ship's HP, so that's already a pretty good game in terms of damage. As you can see, we've really not... There's really nothing stopping us from going for more. Rask. Hope he get his engine knocked out. Yeah, these battleships are so far back that I'm not really that worried about them. We're gonna push into this Barask, see if we can. Look at these dudes. Hopefully they just finished doing something over there, because my quick check of the map shows them to be out of position currently. Alright, Carl, what you doing? Looks like Carl's letting his crew out off on the beach. That's usually a sign that he's about to hang it up. What is this? Fusilier. Fusilier. That must be tier 2 French, I guess. Oh, there it is. You ready to go? Looks like it's going down. Alright, he's swinging that way. We'll get some torps. Doesn't matter where. We're just going to throw him down. We're going to shoot. We're going to angle right. Ah, shit. I wanted to spin back towards him. I thought this guy could turn a little bit quicker. We're gonna assume torps. I don't know where the torps are. Where are your torps? We should be dead right now. Alright. Apparently he did not. Oh, there's his torpedoes right there. Alright. It's not too bad for the Iwaki. Destroyer sitting at spawn. Request intelligence from his team. Yeah. Good idea. Let's capture that base. T-Mobile live streaming on my lunch break? Hell yeah. Thank you very much, bro. Appreciate that. And a day off, so I figured what the heck. I wasn't able to stream last weekend. I'm not going to be able to stream this weekend, unfortunately, but figured today I had some time, so I might as well check in with everyone, see how you're doing. Appreciate everyone for tuning in.
Looks like we got 230 people watching. We got 107 likes. It's pretty good in terms of like counts. Anyone that wants to hit the like button, though, I do appreciate that. It does help the channel and the stream out. Basically just tells YouTube that, this guy's not that bad. Alright, NASA running for the hills. Oh boy, look out for the torps. Kind of a misaimed shot there, whoever shot that one. Oh, come on. Give me the fucking win, will ya? Where is their destroyer? What's up, Bismarck? How you doing? Cool cat with a hat. What current streaming software do we use? I got OBS on this. It works fine on my computer. It's just when I first got this computer and I used to stream for very small audiences, the stuff ran better. Like, then I hung it up for a little bit, came back, started streaming this game, and then on occasion we've encountered kind of problems where the stream develops a stutter or whatever, and I suspect that's something on my computer's end. So that didn't used to happen to me ever. I just suspect this computer is just getting a little bit old. So I think getting a new system put together, it'll just allow me to do pretty much everything I want with the channel in terms of videos, streams. We could potentially play computer games if I wanted to do that. It's not my main goal. I do typically like to play on consoles more, but you never know. Just give me better options, so... Roma hits like a truck. What's up, Oscar? How you doing? Yes. I mean, that wasn't even that crazy of a Milwaukee game, but it was pretty good. Almost about 4 times our HP. Let's see, what else we were looking for in Nassau. Now, you wanted the Ciliax build. Looks like we already got them plugged in. Pure secondaries. We must have set this up last time, because I don't think I would have these on here normally. Especially, fuck. Alright. I don't like that, but we'll do it. Maybe my build is just jacked, because we got main gun dispersion here. This thing is artillery plotting room? Oh yeah, one of you guys told me that the other day. I was like, NASA. I mean, if I'm setting the ship up to be competitive, 100% of the time I'm putting that on there. But then I'm like, this thing's set up as a secondary build. Let's just run it like this. Oh. 7.3 range. Not bad. What's up, Todd? How you doing? Secondary only, Arkansas. I don't have a good Lee right now. I only have 8-point Lee. I'd say currently he's about 4 or 5 months away from getting boosted, but they keep introducing shit that pushes all my planned builds further and further back. Who do you run an inspiration on Tago? I want to say Kutuzov and Makawa. Oh, wait, no, I probably don't have them both. Remind me after this, I'll check. I don't know, I was just playing around with it last night, actually.
I can't remember if I made a change that I liked or not. Alright, so we only got one destroyer, which is the good news. Caledon, does that have torps? Probably. Carl definitely has torps. We know that. Doogie has torps. Phoenix has torps. So even though there's only one destroyer, we still have some torpedoes. You went on the Alabama in real life? Nice. Citadel cruisers of secondary. I mean, you can. NASA is a beast more than Arkansas? Kind of comes down to how you want to run them exactly. I'd say personally I'd probably prefer the Arkansas, but personal taste. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the destroyer is over here, which is a problem since we're leading the pack. Gaudy Halloween camo. Hey, this is the only way to get these golden fists. And you know what we want to do with those puppies. So that, I'm thinking that might be the destroyer there, because he shot, but he wasn't in firing range. Hello, Carl. Just gonna angle towards where I think the destroyer might be. There he is, you little scum. I don't have any idea what a Wakataka's torpedo range is, but it can't be that good. Caledon, we're gonna assume, is about as durable as a Danae and shoot the shit out of that guy. Oh, 4 overpens. There he is. Alright. Einschlag, baby! Man, you can really outspin these turrets. Jesus. The fuck are you doing? Come on. Alright. No one's gonna shoot him. I mean, low-tier destroyers aren't that menacing just because most of them are like suicide torps type of destroyers in terms of how people are running them. I mean, that's a problem, obviously, if they can pull off the move, but usually if you know what you're doing, you can defend yourself against that. But you can definitely run around capturing all the bases. Yeah, that guy's going down. We're just going to clear out the side, capture the base, then we'll... should have the game pretty much wrapped up at that point. Seven cruisers, 2 battleships. Yeah, you don't see that. I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier, though. I mean, it's nice getting these different, unique looks. That's why you should always be checking the ship's lineup when the game starts and see, like, once you know your ship, what you're good at, what you're not good at, then you can kind of run down the lineup, say, okay, this one would be a good ship for me to try and go after. This ship I better be looking out for. It's dangerous for me. Doogie hardly knew ye. There we go. There's the secondary kicking in. Now these low-tier cruisers, you're gonna have to dig them up pretty well. Don't need to aim, really. All I gotta do is hit that guy. Alright, so if we get C, looks like our homeboy's getting B, hopefully. St. Louis. They never did get A. I thought we were gonna... Well, we got such a big lead here, it doesn't really matter. You never know, though. You don't want to be reckless.
Tailpipe. It's giving you a speed boost. What is this will to rebuild? Actually, I have no idea what this perk does. The legendary perks, in my mind, have basically no value over what they had 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. My philosophical approach to them is, in general, it should just be some random surprise, like we're accidentally getting this perk activated by this guy sailing towards us. Maybe if you're really an aware player, you can intentionally trigger them from time to time, but for your average player, trying to be close to someone on your team for the whole game just to get like a 3-second reload boost or something, or a 20-second reload boost, whatever the hell it is, it's not going to be worth adopting poor map control and poor positioning in my mind. Seals get clubbed left and right. Don't really have to aim, it's a citadel. Yeah. And that's when you're shooting these low-tier cruisers. They have like 4 millimeters of outer armor and like 0.5 millimeter of citadel armor. But today you can citadel with HE at like any angle. Arkansas is better. Nah, that'd be my assessment as well. Different strokes for different folks, though. Shoot! Come on. Come on, Celiax. What are you doing, Chief? Celiax sleeping at the controls again. Kids look away, small ships getting abused. That's pretty good. Alright. This guy's just going around in circles seeing who can hit him. I can! Gives you an auto heal. That's... Oh, is that what this one is? Okay. Yeah, so this is the only perk that I would be like, if you're really low and you got a teammate that's close enough, you could be like, alright, I'm going to go try and get over to him, but I wouldn't tether your ships together the entire game just to get a automatic heal or something like that, or a boost to your reload, or speed. Like the Japanese destroyer, I think you get speed the closer you get to the enemy, which if you're accidentally that close to the enemy, it's nice to have a speed boost, but you don't want to be that close to them regardless, so... Alright, well, Tier 3 is apparently better for the soul than Tier 7. What do we got? Why is everything... Oh, I got it by tier. Here we go. What do you guys want to see? Oh yeah, Otago Inspirations. Yeah, that's currently... Now this is... I think this is a... I don't know if it's necessary or not. I mean, one or the other. Japanese cruisers, we got good concealment. So if we got Macau on there, that enhances that. This kind of enhances it in the other direction, though. You already have that good concealment. You're just increasing the distance between the blue line and the white line. Both of these guys serve the same function. I was thinking about this last night. Basically, how this works, in my mind, is if you have inaccurate guns at long range, like the Americans, think Atlanta, Boise, Cleveland, max range shots, very hard to hit. In those type of ships, you'd rather have the better concealment from an offensive standpoint, because you're going to get those ships closer to you while being protected. Better guns, like the Russians, obviously, the French, the Japanese to an extent. Japanese are kind of in the middle. I'd say extending the range is better.
So whether I need both of them on there or not, I thought I was checking this out last night, but maybe I didn't actually make any changes. I'm always tempted to do this Arthas. We get a 6% boost. Because then here we got 10% here, plus another 6%. I don't think it's worth it, but I'm always tempted. Let's see what else we got for options. Oh, Einstein was who I was thinking about putting on there. Let's try that. Actually, let me take a look at the stats first. Let's go to Wargaming. Alright. So we got 25.6 right now. Not bad. But could be better. Let me check the consument too. 10.4. Firing range 16. So that's a 5.6 gap, which is pretty solid. I just want to see how Einstein would run. I'm not against that Makawa Kuznetsov build for these. In fact, I think I'd probably prefer it. But let's try Einstein just for shits. Let's see what that does here. Oops. So that puts us down to 11. Not nearly as enticing. I mean, we still got a nice gap, 5-kilometer gap. How about traverse? 22.7. Let's try, let's see how this feels. Could be interesting. Tashkent. I got a good Tashkent video, guys. Or video for you guys made. Six-kilometer speed boost. I mean, if you got that high a level where you can activate that, then yeah. I can see that being pretty strong. I guess I haven't thought about that too much. I think my mine activates at like 3. The Hellsinger dude that I got's only legendary level 2. Anything you can get to improve the turret traverse on these puppies, these open water kiters. It's always good. I mean, you can still see we got a nice gap between the blue and white rings. Gives us room to play around with. But the advantage of Makawa with these are... We don't have any destroyers this game, so it's not an issue, but in those games where you have destroyers and you can really sneak up on them, you can get them in situations where they can't really get out of it. Rocket coming in hot. Are the Italian cruisers good enough to justify spending any promotion orders on their commanders? Save in mind for Japanese gunboats. Well, unfortunately I can't answer that because I don't have Tier 5, Tier 6, Tier 7, which in my mind those are the only Italian cruisers I'd be interested in from the tech tree to begin with. Oh shit, what are we getting spotted by? Oops. That was a little reckless. So part of it's I'm not fit to answer that question to begin with, just because I don't know, but the other point I want to make, Japanese gunboats, where are we at with that? That's a possibility, yeah. Because they said they're going to add one more split this year, so we don't know that it's Japanese gunboats. It could be British heavy cruisers. It could be... what else? I feel like Germany just got a split on the PC. Or some new... I don't know what's going on with them. I feel like... I don't know. I don't know enough about the PC tech trees, but... I mean, we don't... There's no indication that Japanese gunboats are on the horizon, I guess is my point. It's a possibility, yes. Let's just get these puppies down. And this is kind of the idea with these Japanese torpedoes. We're not trying to get into point-blank range to use these or anything. But we got this whole zone right here, which is now much more dangerous for these red ships to be in. So whether we hit someone or not doesn't really matter. It's just the idea. It's kind of like mining the area. Putting landmines down. Or water mines, I guess would be just a zap. know. I mean, the turret traverse, we haven't had to really spin around yet. Yeah, we can't outturn the guns. Now, I don't think we could really outturn them before. I think it was like right on the edge, if I recall. But with that setup, we can't outturn them. Unless the guy's like point blank range. Not a bad build. My god, Red, move forward. Okay. I mean, they have 3 ships in their base and the rest of them clumped up on this ridge over here. These are the snooze fests. Kutuzov, interesting. Much more concerned about the Bismarck. He's not shooting at me yet, but that'll change once we start bombing on him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind this build. I don't know if it's the all-time best or not, but any cruiser that you're going to be dodging shots, the better the traverse, the better off you're going to be. It's kind of the main point of that video we made the other day. Is he going to back up and over or not? I don't think so. Nothing he can do. Alright, who's next? Oh! And because we're doing that zoning mentality, that's why we took the screamers off the Atago build. I'll talk about more on the upcoming video on the Atago. But the longer range these torps are, the more useful they are, because usually we just want to be launching them backwards. They're area denial in the fact that if these guys want to pursue us, they're going to have to encounter the torps. Potentially have to dodge them. So it's not like we're using them to, in that instance, to keep players out of a cap or something, but we are keeping them away from our rear, which is kind of what they're trying to do. They're trying to chase us. Oh shit. The fuck was that? Alright. So we got 2 ships up north. No, 4 ships up north. So basically, it was 4v4, 4v5 down here. They basically didn't overload either side, which is kind of interesting. Usually the red would definitely overload the side that we've been playing, but fairly even distribution this game. Come on. But essentially all we're trying to do is tie these guys up. That's kind of the kiting mentality, kiting cruiser mentality. Yeah, these turrets are moving really nice. Even on a turn, we're returning left to right here, and then I move the turrets towards the back. They're actually picking up speed. They're gaining distance on that from that position. So this is actually a really nice kiting cruiser type of build with Einstein on here for anyone that has them. I actually kind of probably will keep this on here. Now that I've been able to fully test out the characteristics. Basically, we cannot outturn the guns, which is already the goal, but now, even if we are in a severe turn, the guns can actually gain position on where we want them to be. So if that doesn't make sense to you, let's say So right now I'm turning this direction. If I lock my guns here, you know, they're actually gaining... They're going more towards that position than we're able to turn them away just by turning the ship. Doesn't feel like I'm explaining that very well, but... Thought it took 7 rounds. Yeah, if you have a bunch of blue XP, you can boost it. I think it's 21,000. So, it can speed it along. I don't like to play without full builds on my ships. Just a steady supply of pain and suffering for this old boy. Dead. One day they hope you'll let you reset the commanders. I mean, it would be nice. I just, in a million years, I can't see them doing it. But you never know. Oh, shite. I wanted the AP loaded for that Kutuzov, but I don't think we're going to get some shots on him. Decent there, but about the same damage that we're getting with the HE, and of course we don't have a fire chance. Fuck you! 2 dev strikes in 1 stream. Wow. I did not think he was going to get that off. Odin, I guess, reloads about every 15 seconds. God damn. That might be too big of a lead for these guys to throw. They have no cap presence whatsoever. I don't think even that poor play could throw that game. That's the idea, though. I do like that build now. I might keep that on there. That Einstein. But, again, I value Traverse more than a lot of players. I'm trying to explain to you guys how valuable it is, because I'd say it's the most important offensive stat. This guy could get torped here. Oh, dude. There you go, Iowa. That sucks for the Vanguard, man. He got that Kutuzov point blank anchored. Looks like he got like 2 or 3 overpens. Anyway. Can you get a Malfi? Oh, you can get a Malfi concealment with 8.5. That's that. Yeah, I mean the Italian cruisers definitely have elite level of concealment, that's for sure. That's why I do have Makawa on my Italian builds. Regina Marina. Man, I have gotten absolute dog shit out of these things. What? Oh, my thing was gonna freeze there for a second. I don't care about daily missions. Just let me unlock the crate. I think we unlocked it, but we didn't know what we got. No, there it is. Focus, Wargaming. Let's just unlock this piece of shit. There we go. Wow. Okay, what do we got going on here? What's the service record? 62. Phew. I got a new patch. How did that happen? Oh, this must be from the campaign.
Just seeing if this chick got my packing peanuts. I don't think she did. Let's see what's going on here. I keep giving my address out to all these Craigslisters. Let's get the goddamn packing peanuts off my lawn. Alright, what do we got going on here? Vanguard needs stronger heals or more stealth. Holy shit. Let's take a look at the Vanguard. I mean, there's no ship that's been buffed more than this. What do we got going on here? Concealment. 22-second reload. We have a reload boost. 381s. Fire chance. Oh my god. Let's fire it up. Gotta get back to work. Alright, thanks for hanging out. We'll see ya. Think it played similarly to the Scharnhorst? What, the Vanguard or what? Odin? Odin's the Scharnhorst, but better in every way. Similar. I think the one downfall of the Odin, or the one drawback, is the forward firing torpedo angles. When you're trying to rush someone and torp them, you gotta basically flash your entire side to get those fish in the water. Would you mind playing an Otago ship game? I got 2 Otago videos coming out within the next week or so, so I'll save that for you. That's what you guys ended up voting for the next pick a premium. And then I had another game. As I was shooting footage for that one, I'm like, got a concept I wanted to talk about from another one, so we'll see if it's too much Otago. What's up, Rainer? Wish you could understand the Bureau. What don't you understand about it? Our Transformers next week? Yeah, I think it's for sure Commanders. It is next week, by the way, but what it is, I don't know. Alright, what are we doing here? Oh, we got Vanguard. That's right. Almost a pure Tier 7 game. Helena and Gneisenau mixed in for good measure. Oh, speaking of which... fuck. Hold the goddamn spot, man. We had a dev strike lined up, for God's sakes. And there's HE in the goddamn barrel. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Well, we get to see that shiny 42% fire chance. That's mistake number 1. Torpedo, torpedo, torpedo. All I have to do is shoot him once and he would die, but they all want to torp and they all want to torp behind. You little mother. Not giving secrets away. You have a hood build video? I got at least 2 or 3 hood videos. Should have different builds to look at for those. Finish that guy off or not. It'd be nice to get rid of these cruisers. Low cruiser count games if you can get rid of them. Anytime you got a game, it doesn't really matter what class of ship it is. If there's like 1 destroyer and you can get rid of that, you know, that's an extremely valuable play. If there's 1 cruiser, 2 cruisers, anything that, you know, if they got 6 battleships, killing a battleship is basically meaningless on a macro level, micro level, and macro level. But if you can kill the 1
destroyer that's going to cripple the team, or in this case, the cruisers, the high DPM type ships. If we can kill theirs and maintain ours for the duration of the game, that should be a huge damage advantage. You know, destroyers, you give up the spotting, the torpedo threat, the capture ability. Battleships, if you only have one battleship, you give out that, you take away that big booming threat that kind of zones people out. So always look for that. Don't always just say, oh, I like to shoot this ship or that ship. Let's see, we got one reload boost. What is going on here? Man, they're clumped up today. Fantastic torpedoed in Edinburgh. How the fuck does that happen? Friday for Transformers? Oh, really? Interesting. Normally they do all their updates on Mondays. Yeah, we're getting spotted here. We can... Might have the destroyer there. Ah, there it is. What is spotting us? Interesting. I am confused. More than usual. God damn it. This isn't gonna work. Yeah, this is the situation you can't allow yourself to get into, is where you gotta absorb these broadsides. I was initially trying to turn through this and then started second guessing myself, which got me killed here, unfortunately. So, that's not a very good Vanguard game. There's the motherfucker. He was over here. Why was I confused when I thought they only had one destroyer is the real question. Alright, well, we're over here on our own. Our team just absolutely collapsed against a team that was balled up, which is pretty impressive. But I contributed to that by getting 3/4 of my health shot off in 10 seconds, so... My ability to talk shit is diminished.
Main turret critically damaged.
Anyway, what else you want to see? Since that one's already over.
Problem solved, sir.
So tired of the potato play every time I get in a game. Yeah. It's, unfortunately, there's really not much you can do about it. Just the nature. It's the nature of the beast. Maybe that shit does suck as bad as you guys. No, I mean that's whatever. I don't know why I did that, but I needed to be fully turned by the time that Alabama came into view. I guess that Udachi spotted me. I was like having mental issues because I only thought they were at the one destroyer on the team, which was spotted on the map on the other side, blocked by islands. So I started like trying to figure out where's their Edinburgh. That thing looked like it was dead. Way too much time trying to solve the problem that didn't actually exist, or the riddle, which just boils down to being completely idiotic. Very buff ship, yeah. That was not the best look at it, let's just put it that way. Have you ever plan to do a drunk stream? Well, if you want to chimed in 2 years ago, you could have seen every stream was a drunk stream. But no, I don't drink anymore, so... Not likely unless we get back on that wagon. Get back on that ride. How about a little, why don't we whip out our Peter? Start flashing that around. Guns only Udachi game? Maybe.
Sure they'll add camo for torps. I mean, they already did, the Otago Commander. Basically 100 meters worth of camouflage, which is usually about a 15 to 20% reduction, so extremely valuable, in my opinion. How about playing the Odin? Yeah, we could do that. Just gotta remind me. Gimmick with the Vanguard on PC was a 7-second rudder shift. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't. They've deliberately, like, if you watch people on PC play the game or you play on PC, the ability to build for concealment on your battleships is completely different on that game. In fact, the people that I watch that play PC pretty much use concealment on all their builds. And you'll have these huge gaps between the firing ring and the detection ring on those. I asked them about this very early on when they, took me under their wing. Can we get some concealment love? I wanted them to put the concealment mod in slot 3 for battleships, and they basically said it's massively overpowered and there's no way they'd ever do it. Which I guess I kind of agree with that, because, I mean, the people that understand concealment in this game, you can already, if you focus on it, just dominate. But, I mean, just my observation of people playing the game, I don't think most people can understand how to play concealment. I already feel like I'm 30 seconds from death here, because we do have a destroyer screaming in. I'm not expecting this Emerald to sit there in the open, but if he wants to smoke right about here and then kind of stop that destroyer from rushing, that would be nice. I can't really turn the Peter. If he gets shot in the side, you will die, so we're kind of locked into our fate already, unfortunately. This will be one situation where if he's going to stay at that angle, we're just going to go ahead and switch to HE this next salvo, because I don't think we can actually damage this guy with this setup here. Which is unfortunate, because I don't want to do that, but it is what it is. World of Warships isn't about what we want, it's about what actually exists. Taking bets on my survival in this game, I'd say the odds are pretty low. Again, I'm expecting torpedoes in the water at the moment. Not a really good way to deal with them when we're backing up. Could be wrong though, you never know with these destroyers what they're doing. If he's going broadside, we're going right back to the AP there. That's one of those cells that you guys are going to be like, see, you should be shooting HE all the time. But, if he cooperates, we could potentially ruin his day with this upcoming salvo. Come on, bullshit. 3 overpens, 1 pen, and I aim like mid-ship just to hit it. Look at this little shit. So if you want that Pensacola to rush the destroyer as I want to do, then it's on you as the battleship to really punish these battleships who are trying to harm him. It's kind of our responsibility to protect that guy. Whether he actually does anything in terms of rushing this dude, and we'll find out. Shoot the fucking guy, man! What is wrong with your guns? Holy shit. Did he get away with 0 damage? Okay. Ooh, there's a
They got their Peter out too. Let's see how exposed he is.
Position of a strategic target.
That's what I love to see, those shots going that way. Because right now we're killable. They can definitely kill us straight up right now. But I don't want to push into these 4 ships, you see, so we got to turn sooner or later. We might as well get it done when a few of those ships are blocked by the island. You dig? Peter! What is going on with this thing? Normally you can punish severely in this thing. I mean, it's like a 30-degree angle at the most. I mean, Koenig, it's got decent armor. Let's try and aim it up a little bit and see what happens. There we go. I guess it's just user error. We're aiming at the wrong part of the ship. Use prop mod for your battleship. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on... I gotta have a base turn on it. I've been experimenting more and more with the damage con too, and the more I'm using it, the more I'm liking it, so I'll probably phase that into a good chunk of my battleship, maybe. Come on with this shit. I mean, again, what we talked about earlier, we didn't clear up these threats, so these cruisers can't push into that destroyer yet. But would have been really nice if they would have blasted them earlier when we had them. Let's test the New Mexico waterline, see how that armor is. 2 and 2. I mean, we're getting overpens is the problem. Oh. What kind of trolley guns is this game? Ooh. Someone spanked their Peter pretty hard. Alright. If you're wondering how we as battleships deal with this destroyer over here, just get away from it. That's all we can really do. If we're sailing away from it, his torpedoes have to travel further distances to get to us. So he's unlikely to be able to torp us unless he gets really close, in which case we can spot him and shoot him. But pushing into him with these cruisers, I mean, they even now they have a clear lane to him, and they still don't want to go after him. So they're not inclined to deal with him whatsoever. Fuck you. Good destroyer scum. Welshman. Does Koenig even have a citadel? I mean, it's not a ship that I recall. I don't want to say I've never citadel with it, because it never's a long time and I can't remember most of it. But, yeah, very, very rarely. I mean, these low caliber battleship guns that you'd see here, you're more likely to get it at like max range plunging fire would be my guess. It just depends on how the citadel, the turtleback armor actually is angled internally. If we ever can look at it, then we can see what kind of angles it presents, because it's got flat sides somewhere. And once you figure out, then you could kind of guess what range you could potentially citadel it at. Not bad, but we did alright. Kind of a frustrating game when Guidey Boy just decides he wants to torp you for the entire game. That's literally all that guy did, I think, except for the brief second where he went to the east around that island. And then he got warded off by the Pensacola. I think the entire game, he was launching torpedoes at us. Here's an interesting change to Kuznetsov. Those of you that follow my cruiser... what is this shit?
Why would I put Membelli on here? Alright. Must have been a late night idea. What was I saying? Oh, I used to have to switch this back and forth. Because you had this here and then you had this perk next to it. So I'd have to really pay attention. Is this an HE-centric ship or AP? Now we can just load it up permanently. So Kuznetsov is much more viable as a captain for all of them. Armor view, yeah, we could definitely use the armor view. Let's see, we got the Italians. I think they got one more line of ships they're planning on doing by the end of the year. So that leaves probably one other update. And unless it's, you know, maybe it's the aircraft carrier test version number 1 update, in which case that'll probably occupy the entire time. If it's not the carriers, though, then I would expect to see like a laundry list of these other improvements we're asking for that they've said they're working on. Armor view, cross-play with the ability to division with other players. I don't know, there's like 30 other things they said they're working on that I can't remember off the top of my head, but either that or they're just going to keep sprinkling them in from update to update. But if there's an update that comes around where they don't have new content, really, in terms of ships at least, then I would expect to see more tonight. So then I would expect to see some major changes to the what they call the quality of life improvements. Come on, Gwep. Fire up your fucking turbines. Edinburgh game? Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Do you know if the Velicki armor is as good as it was? Oh, the Peter? It's actually pretty good, yeah. I think it is, yeah. I don't know if it could bounce Yamato or not, but Yamato. It's pretty damn good, though. Nose in. Same deal, though, if you get shot in the sides with a feather. The feather duster, it'll blow you up. Nice work. Yeah, let's get on the radio and start fucking around, guys. Nice work. How do you do that? I don't even know how to do it. Nice work.
Thank you.
Hilarious. The radio is so fucking funny. Alright. Let's get that plane going. What do they got for destroyers? Fubuki, Gade, and Mahan. There's that old boy. Let's see if we can blast his ass. Maybe that's the same fucker from last game. Oops. Got the AP in there. Alright. Got some resets at least. Come on, Gwep, keep him lit. Shit. He's still on the cap. Well, no, now he's off. I'm not seeing. I mean, this guy hasn't been in a good position to spot yet, but I don't think he's got a lot of support over here. Oh boy, can we dodge these? I think we got it. Alright, let's get on this cap. We'll get the sonar going. I don't know if the sonar will help or not, but gotta use it when we got it, right? Oh, there it is. Alright, come on, big money. Don't get around that island. God damn it, you sneaky little shit. Is he beached or not? Nope, he's not beached. Oh, look at this. A trap. For our Gwepard. Turn, dude. Oh, God. You just got blown up. Ah. Now we're in trouble. Yeah, these torpedoes are worthless. Fuck you, you goddamn son of a gun. God damn it, that's the second time today I've been in half gear trying to dodge shit. Alright. Oh shit. I don't want to be broadside of that Fubuki who's probably close to reload. I just gotta get one of these dead if we can. No. Oh, the fire should stick, so he's probably gonna die. Now he angled towards the Fubuki's torps, which should be coming any second now. Give him a little tickle. Ooh, and look out for the counter torpedoes there. Oh, I forgot. Russian torpedoes. Kind of reckless. What is this guy doing? There's his torpedoes. Look at all these torpedoes, man. What's going on over here? They're all easily dodgeable if you're going full speed. Unfortunately, I keep putting it in half gear. Oh my god, that one's gonna hit me. God, what a scrummy little torpedo dodger I am. Holy, that was way harder than it should have been. That Fubuki is watching me like, damn, this dude is shit can drunk. Alright. Okay, looks like the score is not going that hot. 2 caps to 1. Our ball of skill is not doing much. Yeah. Can't even tell if this dude's playing or not. Scharnhorst backing up. Fuck yeah, that's what you want. Get as much distance between you and relevancy as you can possibly have there, dude. Why this is possibly fun for this guy, I have no idea, but hopefully he's having a good time. What's up, Dave? How you doing? What sports do I follow? I used to be really, really hardcore hockey. I follow the Vikings for NFL. My hockey watching has dropped off severely just because I gave up cable a few years ago, and decided to devote less of my time to it. But for a long time, I knew like every player in the league and if they were any good. Alright, so I'm assuming one of these guys obviously is not behind the island. I think one of them, there's the other one. This guy's got some balls, I'll give that to him. I think the other one's probably right behind here. Can we get a kill or not? Holy smokes. Oh, Scharnhorst. After talking shit, he comes to our rescue. There's the first salvo. I'm expecting cross ones from here because we were spotted briefly, so I'm guessing right about, he probably moved behind here now. So we could either try and steam forward, get this island behind us. We don't know that's where he is, and it's kind of a risk. Playing under assumptions. There he is again, won't it? He's not on the cap, though. Interesting. I don't know where this guy is. Let's get that sonar going, just in case. Now, essentially, I'm going to be in position to leave this cap as soon as we get it, and he'll probably flip it right back, which is really unfortunate. The problem is if I want to play grab ass with this Fubuki for the rest of the game, I'm basically taking myself out of the game, which, looking at the situation, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to weather that storm very well. So, we kind of need to, number one, hope they kill this thing. Now that he's spotted, close range. And then we need them aggressively to capture A and kill everything over there to have a chance, I guess. This thing must be behind me here because I've had a consistent spot for a while.
I haven't actually fired any AP, which is this ship's strength. We haven't had a good chance to do it yet. Oh god, look out. That was a close one. Like right now at that angle, we're gonna go ahead and flip AP in there. And if we can catch them, that could be dangerous. Oscar coming in hot. I'm curious, say Worcestershire, please. Worcestershire. I don't know how to say it. It's wicked odd. Yeah, he's on C. We knew that was gonna happen. 6 overpens. All right. Worcestershire would be my guess, but I really don't know, as you well know by asking that question. Fuck you. Come on. Quit shooting me. Oh. Yeah, those are juicy salvos for this. Even angled, they're still got about 3.5. Alright, well, we're going down. We know that much. Can we dev strike some of these guys in the process? Look at that battleship all the way to the west. Like, what is he doing to possibly win the game? That's got to be that Sharnhars. No, it's the... Yeah, it's... Yep, Sharnhars. Turn, turn. Yes, yes, yes. Oofda. There it is. I was just about to say we got this guy to... He's our main focus at the moment, just to get rid of him first. Guys want to engage from broadside into angle like that, so... This guy's the most... He's on our broadside the most. So we kill him first, hopefully. Then we can angle towards this guy, shoot him, and this guy, shoot him. Come on! I think we're gonna get out of this alive. Yeah, if New Mexico's not paying attention to us, that gives us a little wiggle room. Oh my heavens, what are you doing? Wow, AP from that angle. I believe that was AP, right? That's a pretty tight angle. If that was AP, I'm a little surprised about it. Unless he got pure on the superstructure. Got like 3 or 4 pens on that. Could have done it. I don't know. I'm a little intrigued. Got 8 minutes between meetings. Do something cool. Oh, God. What could we do that was cool? Let's see. Let's do something cool. How about Bismarck? Oh, Grober. Joker. If they put a Worcestershire ship in the game, I hope he calls it steak sauce. Yeah, that would be a much better option. That would be, if I forget that, remind me. There's a ship called the Worcester. That'll be our legendary light American cruiser. Presumptive. These people are not picking up my peanuts out there. What is going on? I'm just gonna tell them all my address and get them all over. I was trying to be nice and make sure they're not all driving across town to get these packing peanuts. 7 cubic feet of them. But if they got nothing better to do than not pick up my packing peanuts, I'm just gonna tell everyone that's remotely interested where to find them.
Bismarck is cool. Oh, that is a good point. Yeah. Nothing cool about Bismarck. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. You make a compelling argument that I agree with. All right, we got Iowa. A lot of no destroyers. Let's go balls to the wall here. Get the fuck out of my way. Let's just charge in like a madman and see what happens. Oh, you want to play that game? Yeah, up yours. Your suggestion to change control scheme to 4 and lock guns really helped you. Good. Yeah, I'd say gun lock is the #1 way to make yourself much better once you understand how to use it. There's really good players that don't use it, so I'm not saying you have to use it to be good or anything, but for me, how I play the game, I use it constantly. I think it's extremely valuable. Let's just get right on B and let these secondaries reign supreme. Prove once and for all how good they are. Molotov volatile shaken, yeah. This might not work if these guys are all going to sit in the back. Oh my god. The problem is they got a guy like right on the far side there who can hit me. We have no pressure going their way, so this will be a very short game. You guys were right. It's not going to be cool at all. Can we play the most OP ship, in my opinion? Let me think about that. What is the most OP ship? I mean, the smart money would probably say Kamikaze. Holy fuck, these guys are timid. Do something. This guy is yet to shoot. Scharnhorst. Get in the fucking game, dude. If it's 9 minutes in the game before you shoot your first shot on average, you're playing the fucking game incorrectly. There's our pal. There's 2 of them over there. Man, they're flanking that shit hard. Yeah, I got the ill moon eyes thinking no destroyers. We could maybe get this thing into a useful secondary range, but of course, that was a bad idea. Look at this guy, man. Jesus Christ. Alright, Nagato. He's gonna turn all the way, otherwise he's gonna be beached. We just gotta wait. Put the plane up. Fire! $10K, that's all we got on that? Come on. No point in pushing into the middle when your whole team's in the back. It was a King George that was over there, no wonder. Alright. Wichita's running scared shitless from the goddamn Atlanta. Alright, well that was a look at the Bismarck. What not to do, don't push in too early, even if it looks like you probably can.
know what I'd really like to do right now?
Reporting the target position.
Is improve the weather forecast. Good God, Silax. Put your fucking glasses on. This guy can't hit shit. Colorado Nagato seem to have ass accuracy, yeah. Oh. Timid, timid, timid. Terrified. We can smell the piss. You can actually see the yellow pool around this guy. He's so fucking scared. Nothing happens to you, even if you get dove struck. You yell at the screen for a minute, blame your team, and then move on with your life. You don't actually die when this fucking thing sinks your ass. So fucking play the game, please. Okay, looks like we actually are gonna do our HP and damage, which is an improvement. Somewhere out there, there's an elite Bismarck player that just dominates in this thing. I just don't know how. This ship is so worthless. Fuck off, will you? We're actually gonna park it here and just get that heal cycled through, because pushing through aggressively is just gonna get us killed. They don't, looking on the map, it doesn't look like they probably have anyone near us. We do have a 2-to-1 cap control. We got a ship lead. There's smart money is on playing this a little conservative. Don't have to be in a hurry to die. Hey, not what's happening. Got a will to rebuild heal there. Oh, did I disprove my own theory? Yeah, well, that was nice. I'm not saying these legendary perks are bad or like worthless. I'm just saying I wouldn't misposition with the idea of using them, I guess is my only real point with them. Alright, let's see if we can get 1 or 2 more good salvos off. Get a little bit more damage here. Yeah, if you're battleships and you can disengage, you got a couple of heals, you know. That's a situation where taking yourselves out of the fight for a few minutes, better than getting 1 more salvo off and then sinking, you know. So even though we spend a lot of time trying to say, you know, we should be in positions where we can continue to affect the game, continue to shoot on reload, essentially. It's always with the caveat of not getting yourself killed to do so. It's a steep fucking angle. It doesn't look that steep on the screen, but if you look in the map. So go ahead and shoot up. Look at those spreads, dude. This thing is so worthless. I mean, he poked out there for... He was in... We had a clear line of sight and a line of shot at him for about 30 seconds. We got like 2 hits on him for maybe 500 damage. Now it looks like most of my guns on the side are probably toast. So that's probably what was going on, but... You never know. Let's see, I think he's right about yeah. The question is, can we shoot him or not? Let's see where this next shot comes out of. Fuck. The answer is no. I actually think we could have hit him if this island wasn't here to block us, but clearly that's not going to work. American DD torps up until the Benson, dangerously short range. Yeah, that's why you should mainly be using them when you're getting rushed. That's usually when I'm playing lower tiers and I see the American destroyer players. They're trying to get the torpedoes involved when they really don't have the ability to do so safely. I understand low tiers, yeah, you can get away with suicide torpedoing battleships a lot more than you can at higher tiers, but in general, it's still not a very sound play. Convinced the Terps has more accurate guns. I believe it did on PC, and I'm quite sure you're correct on our version as well, so... I mean, between the two, I like the Tirpitz a lot more. The torpedoes are just... It's a fun brawler. This one, someday, might be fun. They'll probably die by the time we can shoot them, but... If you want to just evaluate a situation like this, I mean, these guys are pushing in from here, so the likelihood of him going that way is low. That's why we went to the left, just because if he gets out of there, we're going to get in around him. This game, things move very slowly, so you got to assume, you know, in 3 minutes, where's this guy going to be, rather than like Call of Duty, where you can get around someone in a matter of seconds. They ain't that good? Yeah. I'm not saying they're like good guns, but they're more accurate than Bismarck. I mean, the problem is if he puts celiacs in there, you get what you get. This guy has like he's nearly legally blind, but he doesn't wear his glasses. You can see he doesn't even, and they didn't have contacts back then, so because of that, he just can't hit anything. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like we're having some trouble. Yeah, we're about 500 today. That's not too good. Some of those are my fault. What do we got? Time for maybe a couple more. What do you guys want to see? Trying to use your plane before firing? Yeah, that'd be helpful. Got Suicide Torp 6 matches in a row in a cruiser. Well, I mean, how are they getting that close to you is my question. Either they keep coming around islands, point blank range, or if you got them spotted that long, you should be shooting at them and then turning away from them. Oh, the Edinburgh. Alright, let's try her out. Atlanta, I probably have a video coming out within the next week or so. Dreadnought, yeah, that wasn't a bad Bismarck game. I guess we could have checked the score. What I wanted to do was have the whole team push forward with me, but we were the only ones, so we almost died right off the bat. But luckily, we got out of there and came back to fight another day. Secondary builds are never great. No, I'd agree with you there, but I got it on there just for shits and giggles. If we're going to play the Bismarck, we might as well play the Bismarck, you know? You dig? Alright, what do we got here? Very bizarre setup. We got 5 grouped up here. What is this? 5 there, 2 and 2, which is kind of dog shit. This map is very strange how they spawn. I don't know if it's by tier, it gets a little strange, or divisions throw it off or it's just randomized. I have no idea, but you get some very odd spawns. Sometimes you get a ship that spawns on the other side of, where is it? I guess we can't see it over there, but that other side of sea, the far eastern lane. I mean, we should have overload here, 5 versus probably 3 or 4 would be my guess, so we'll see if we can support that or not. This side we should probably just consider lost. We could potentially get some, depending on where those ships deploy, we could get some crossfires over there to help. Not really seeing much on B that's scaring me right now, so we could potentially just capture that for free. I mean, we're out spotting pretty much all the cruisers at this tier. There might be one. Oh, Cleveland coming around the bend. CNOP just shot. I'm gonna hit this thing. I don't think we're the ones spotting him, so we might be able to smoke. Cleveland would be nice to get rid of. Let's see what he does. God, I hate that. When you use your smoke and your targets are gone. That sucks. It's like a major reduction in your offensive potential. For the entire match, when you kind of like have a smoke wasted like that. I mean, like Cleveland, we can just straight up rush him and bully him. I get that. But oh, one of their destroyers died right off the bat. Alright, looks like he's down for this. Should be interesting. Alright. He's gonna use AP, we should clean this one up pretty easily. Again, we're not going to spend a lot of time with those torps. You can see he's already turned out of them, but just if he goes that way, he'll die, you know. Kind of an insurance policy type of thing. My god, dude. You got Beavis over here starting fires left and right. Come on, bullshit. That sucks. Damn, we just lost a third of our health. I thought he was going down. Oh, fuck, he's turning towards me. That's the problem. Gotta basically angle towards him as quick as possible. Oh, he might not be shooting at me. I think I got away with one there. Flint has torpedoes, right? I believe. He's like not shooting to disengage, I think. Oh, I was gonna say if he's gonna let me take the cap without resetting, we'll go ahead and oblige him. We did get the cap. Interesting. I was just gonna be like, I'll let you not take damage there if you want to let me take the cap. Alright, that worked out. Now, look at our side that we had a massive overload on. They're actually getting spanked on that. Udachi over there chasing their Fantastic. Okay. What is going through your fucking pea brain, dude? That's all I want to know.
Wow, that was like 10 feet short. Yeah, 20 seconds to smoke. I think the Vlad's getting spotted by a plane. Oh no, he's probably getting spotted by that destroyer that's trying to kill himself. We got a destroyer rushing us shores. This is like a Hall of Fame game in terms of incorrect decision making. I guess would be the polite way to put it. Let's see how long this guy's gonna be alive. He'll be alive long enough to get the smoke useful. Oops. I need intelligence data. Come on, baby. Cenop's very hard to damage if he angles. We're gonna get those torps there. Looks like he's turning. You never know, he could turn all the way through. Oh, the shores killed the Maz, point blank range. That is actually fairly surprising. Since that was such a dominating play by the Maz. Let's sacrifice our destroyer to maybe get a torp hit on a ship that will spot the torpedoes. I mean, the shores, to the potatoes' credit, it's got like the worst turning circle known to man, so potentially it would make it easier to torpedo, but I'm willing to bet he didn't take that into consideration. Vlad and Cenop, not really good targets for the Edinburgh, but they are within our reach. There it is. Oh, Knives now goes down. That's unfortunate. So a game we could actually lose, even though we should not have lost this. There we go, we got the Colorado. We'll see if this Udachi kills himself or not. If he kills the Vlad, I think we got it. Nope, he missed, and he's continuing to close the distance. Why do you spam the comms? Because these guys are fucking morons, that's why. Bismarck and Kerr first, I don't brawl. I mean, Bismarck I went sit long range because it's... I don't care how accurately you try and spec it out, it's not going to ever be that. God, I want to make fun of that guy, but whatever. So we'll take B, we're going to flip A in the meantime, and then we'll, hopefully these two guys back here move forward, kill the shores, take C. It's very easy to win this, but I really kind of doubt we're going to win it. You never know. Gonna play some Siege. Alright. Never change the pronunciations. Will do. Live, laugh, love. Yes, exactly. Alright, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you. "23 seconds. Why is this taking so long? Seems like an eternity. Like, why are these battleships afraid right now? They have a brief window of time where they can rush those cruisers without that destroyer being up in their grill. Obviously, that destroyer is going to... He's got a decision. Should I go rush the Edinburgh or the battleships? 99 out of 100 times, they're going to choose the battleships. So they could have killed the cruisers while they had a little bit of clearance, flipped the cap, and by that time I could have come over there and helped them with the destroyer. Or you can sit back cowering, sucking your thumb.
pissing your pants. Those are your options. Playing with potatoes like jerking it with sandpaper. Oof. I don't know if it's quite that bad, but it's not ideal. We're gonna live, laugh, love mode. You're using the inspiration, the Von Essen with the hide ricochet. Yeah, eventually I do want to try that out. Sounds pretty good.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
We'll see how many of these Transformer guys are worth putting points into. Oh, there's the one-shot Fantask.
Reporting a target's position.
They got him. Nope, they didn't get him. I called him out. As predicted. So, I mean, that's a 200-point swing, so we definitely need to get B, and we need to get B now. We're also getting spotted by the Fantask. It looks like he probably backed up there, because we do have pretty good concealment. So we're going to continue to rush him. Might as well pop that sonar, even though we probably going to have about a minute before those torps are back. Yeah, both of these battleships will die, if they haven't already. Which is pretty fucking remarkable when you don't capitalize on that window to seal the game, and now we're kind of in this bizarre, precarious position where... What do I got to do? Shores would probably be... Oh, this guy just threw the game. What a nice thing for him to be doing. Whoops. I mean, I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to kill me and seal the deal, but... Now we're going to have a 2-cap advantage, and I'm in a position to defend that against 2 cruisers that are going to have a hard time pushing into this thing, because I can angle this thing at them. This one, the shores, this side would be harder for me to defend because he could get close and torpedo. I think we're going to put a little bit of room between us so we can mitigate that possibility. Yeah, that was kind of a foolish play there, unfortunately, for the Reds. Now it's up to me to not throw a game that we've had delivered to us. I mean, it's still a 2-on-1, yes, but they only have 2 minutes. And technically I can outpace them. Like, let's say we kill the shores, then we can just run from the Flint. Even if he gets on B at that point in time, we'll have the win. Yep, there you are. Line up the shot right when we drop spot, we'll know we're able to take it. It's a little surprising. Didn't work as intended, but that's alright. Alright, he's shooting AP, that's good to know. I mean, the Flint last spotted way out of position, but you never know where he is. Minute left, so we might as well use the heal, right? At this point, I mean, they have to get on B to stop the bleeding. I don't think they can... I think if we pop the smoke right now, the game's over, I believe. Not really that afraid of this guy. He's still shooting AP. Whoops. Yeah. He's getting some damage. I don't want to take him too lightly. Let's go ahead and seal the game up.
Smoke generator active.
What? Alright. That was a game we had to definitely manage the score, and you know, most players you would have been watching on your team would have thrown that just by trying to kill those guys too aggressively. Transformers. Some of you guys are saying later this week. Usually all that stuff comes on Mondays. I don't know when it's coming. I should probably know that, but within the next week or so. Alright, Edinburgh. Success. See how we're doing on this thing. So that should probably be done by the time I get up tomorrow. Citadels. Alright. Well, looks like we got 1:30 here. That's when I gotta get going. Plenty to do today. So, apologize for not being able to stream more. Again, it's last weekend we weren't able to. This upcoming weekend I'm not going to be able to. Just one of those things. But next time I got some good amount of time to stream, we'll fire up multiple streams just to kind of get caught up. Appreciate everyone hanging out today, though. It was a lot of fun. I think we can check the results. I think I was about 500, so 3-1, 3-2, 4-5-2, 6-2, 6-4, 7-3. So it's not too bad, I guess. 66%, give or take. Let's check that Bismarck score just out of curiosity. Middle of the pack. Just bought the Eden this morning. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's you're asking me OP ships. I mean, in terms of premiums, let's check the lineup. I think he asked about premiums earlier. If it was the most OP ship, Edinburgh would be on the list. Let's see. I'd say Arkansas at the tier is pretty overpowered. Well, not overpowered. It's strong. I don't know if there's any overpowered ships. Let's see. Wichita is really strong. You could make the case that would be on the short list. Kamikaze, obviously. Udachi is on the list. Even though most players that play that are pulling that average performance way down, so they'll never in a million years tinker with those stats. Yeah, I'd say those the really quick reloading, high torpedo velocity Japanese destroyers are probably the strongest. A lot of people say that a lot of good players play terrible like a lot and say that's one of their favorite. I haven't ever played it enough to have it fuse with my soul like some people have, but yeah, I'd say Kamikaze and Udachi are probably the two strongest pound for pound, in my opinion. Moonlighting as a translator, yeah, exactly. Good stream, lots of fun, appreciate that. Good to hear that you guys had some fun. Appreciate everyone for hanging out. We had a lot of generous donations as well. We had Charles J coming in way hot, Bugsby, Spiral, Rocketfish, Oscar, and for some reason it always cuts the bottom one out now, which is a problem. I think it was Spiral. No. Man, what is going on with this thing? What's happened to me every stream now? Can't even move my window. Here we go. That was disconcerting. Alright, well, one other person donated at the end. I should know. It was recent. It was in the last, like, 10-15 minutes, but I forgot. Oh, I could just... Let's see if we scroll up the old-fashioned way. Oh, Felipe. Can we play the most OP ship? Alright, let's get one more game in. Since you donated and I didn't comply with your request, we'll do that quickly. I guess let's just try the kamikaze. I'd say it's kamikaze and Yudachi are kind of the two. It's gonna set me back a little bit this afternoon in terms of my chores, but oh, here's another one asking for. Oh, she's on her way, LaDonna. I'm not even gonna email her back saying you're racing against like 5 other people, but. Whatever's happening, these packing peanuts are going to be out of my house by the end of the day. They're already out of my house, but they're going to be out of my property line by the end of the day. Alright. Bonus game. Which is better, Bismarck or North Carolina? Well, we don't have North Carolina, but the answer is North Carolina. If you're asking on PC, I don't know. I think the Bismarck's a lot stronger on PC. Alright, V-170 Jaguar and Acosta. The ones coming for us. Let's see if we can get them. But I think North Carolina's probably better. I mean, if we ever get on our game, it for sure would be, just because the Bismarck's really bad. Doesn't appear OP if a bad player's in it. Yeah, I mean, that's... I guess, how would you define OP as a ship in the hands of someone who's really skilled at it? Like, let's say you're really good at the Vanguard going against the best Vanguard player in the world going head-to-head against the best Jean Bart in the world. I'd say on balance, the Jean Bart's probably going to have more wins out of like a 10-game showdown or something along those lines. You never know, though. I don't want to pick on the Vanguard just because I shit the bed in it earlier. It doesn't mean it's is bad. I just made a critical error that you can't make in it. Cool. There it is. Let's get these torpedoes down. Oh, looks like he's going that way. Now, why is this overpowered? We got torpedoes just launched, and we got more torpedoes in like 35 seconds. I didn't even spec this guy out for torpedo reload builds, but you can do that. Tanaka for sure. I assume Hellsinger's got the option. I like Twist and Track personally. Nice. Let's rush a Kirov. Bold strategy. Yeah, where's our friend the Danae? Or if we see this guy shooting in the smoke, we'll torp him. Where the fuck is the Danae? Huh. That was bizarre. Here he comes. This is actually a really bad spot. I don't know where that Danae went. Let's see if I can turn all the way around here without getting spotted. He turned off. I mean, this is why I'm always ripping on people for spending too much time trying to torp destroyers. It's extremely impossible to do. All I have to do is, like, barely turn, and even with level 4, tier 4 screamers, we're going to have a really hard time hitting them. Put that there just in case he speeds up a notch. That destroyer being where he is causing me a lot of issues. Because he's got these really fast-firing... I mean, both of these cruisers can hurt the ship severely. So even though I want to shoot at this guy, got to be very careful about when to do it. Looks like that guy should be dead. Come on. Yeah. He's dead. He gone. Nice. And he blew that dude up. So that worked out. Alright. He's going around the island. So he's taking himself out of the match, so we don't really care about him anymore. We do have another destroyer down here, though. Interesting. We're just going to blind fire his twist and track position. Want to avoid him if possible, but you never know. Sometimes you get lucky. Again, 30-second reload, 35-second reload, whatever it is. We don't care about using these torpedoes. What do they got? Jaguar and a Costa. Both of those can kick the crap out of us in a straight gunfight. Fortunately, our support is kind of gone. Like, if we had those cruisers by us, we could get near these ships, outspot them, keep them permanently lit. There goes a Jaguar. That's a big loss for him. That's the one I'm more afraid of. So now we're just going to get on the base, make sure we get a couple points. Even though it looks like this game's probably mostly over. Let's let a smoke screen! Oops. So why I'm doing that, I'm turning him around, basically. I'm going to assume he's going to come in towards us. And then those torpedoes should be in play. You can see he's already turned back towards us. So now, instead of outpacing those torpedoes, he's heading at them. Whether he'll hit them or not, we'll see. Looks like he probably dodged them at this point, but... Now, in terms of Pier's strategy, letting him rush those cruisers probably would have been better than picking a fight with him in the kamikaze. But he's chasing us now. Again, we're going to have another opportunity to torp him. Trailing ships usually sail in fairly straight lines because they're trying to catch you as quick as possible. So let's shoot him backwards like so and see what happens. But by doing that, we slowed way down. He's probably gaining on us, so we do have to be a little careful. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would have been very easy to just throw those packing peanuts away. I was like, what are you talking about? But number one, people would like them. Like, I'm sure these gals that are interested in them are mostly arts and crafts types. But yeah, it's... Even though it says they're recyclable on the bag, I feel like probably better just to dispose of them via donation. It's broadside, that's dangerous. We'll see where he winds up with those. Like, ideally you want to knock these engines out when they're crossing those torpedo fields. So we didn't get that play off, but... And now, you could say, okay, you're missing this guy or you're not killing him or whatever. We're taking their one destroyer out, where he's not torping our battleships, he's not on our cap. I guess we're technically kiting him into our cap, but... that's alright. Just as a side note, I'm starting to suspect these legendary perks that require you to be by the enemy require them to be spotted as well. Just so it's not like giving you an extra clue about where they are. I'm not 100% sure about that yet, but I'm starting to suspect that. Have you guys noticed that? Like, let's say this guy's right behind this island, like a kilometer away, and our legendary perk activates if they're 2 kilometers away. I don't think it actually goes off until we spot him. Dare you to hide on the packet peanut box? To go hide on the packet peanut box. It's actually a big bag. Oh wait, they got him. The packing peanuts are gone. Alright, mission accomplished. So, now he's on the base, which I was just gonna say that's the one thing we gotta worry about. I'd like our cruiser in the north to get on their base, and then I can just go reset this guy, and we should have a win guaranteed at that point. Thank you, Jay. Hopefully no one's picking them up just to put them in their butts. I don't really care what they're doing with them. Here's some free points. In the business, we call those resets. Now he's probably going to come out to chase us. At least that's what we're torping. He's going to get sad and lonely over there. More peanuts, says Sean. Thank you. Blind fire reset. The best kind of reset. Now he backed up behind there, so we're not going to hit him with the torps, but we still might be able to hit him with the guns. Why is he not getting on the base, dude? We're down in score. This game is losable, people. Jesus. Denied! Fuck you, asshole. Get on the fucking base, you goddamn idiots. Now we have to rush a goddamn ship that can fuck us up. You fucking retards. God, that got me flustered. Denied! Let's see what Lionheart 01999 is doing. He's busy sitting broadside of the fucking battleship and the enemy team who's angled towards him. I can see why you wouldn't want to play for a win in this situation. He'd just want to be continuing as is, since this is such a strong play from Lionheart 01999. So he was definitely correct in overriding that suggestion. Oh, he's not even loading HE. That's kind of surprising. Alright, so that puts the onus on this guy to go back and reset. Unfortunately, he's got a battleship coming back to support. He's going to have crossfire into that proposition. So maybe I was a little too aggressive trying to take care of that guy, but we needed this guy on the base. Then I could have just tapped on him once, got him off the base. And if need be, then we could have gone over here and torped these guys for some extra points since we're down on points. But at this point in time, the strategy employed doesn't look like it's going to carry us to a win. So if you're going to say denied and piss someone off on your team, you better make sure you know what the fuck you're doing and you're not playing like a complete asshole, would be my recommendation. Someone on the stream wanted a T-Bow artifact, sniff and worship. Oh, that's, yeah, I'll pony that up. A couple $100. What do you want? Underwear? Your team is trying to win harder. Our team deliberately threw this game, is the problem. I mean, let's see what the score would be. 75 point swing. So if he kills this thing, well, no. Just goddamn idiots. Anyway, great game to end on. Not the most overpowered display of that ship, but I would still say that and the Udachi are probably the most overpowered ships in the game. It's better when you got a lot more battleships. I mean, we didn't get into Japanese battleship mode where we were still actually trying to win the game instead of just torp slow-moving battleships, which is why it's overpowered, because it's extremely good at doing that. But yeah, and the funny thing is this guy got the top score, so he's sitting there thinking like, that was a great fucking performance. Everyone else on the team sucked but me. I'd say no, you actually threw the fucking game, Chief, and you pissed me off while doing so, which threw me off my game. Anyway, would have had HE loaded, but he accidentally switched to AP bathwater. I mean, I would sell it. The problem is I'd have to get a lawyer involved just to make sure we're not getting people sick, because they'd probably try and drink it. Anyway, appreciate you guys all for hanging out. Appreciate everyone for donating. I don't think we had new members today, but a lot of raw donations, which is definitely appreciated. If you don't mind hitting that like button on the way out, I would appreciate that for people who want to watch down the road. And let's see, I got the GWEP tomorrow. We got other videos made. We got 3 or 4 more videos, footage. We just got to record some commentary. So plenty more content coming up. Even though we won't be streaming, I'll hopefully have a video up every single day is the plan. Anyway, that'll do it for me, guys. Appreciate you all very much, and we'll see you later.